All right, now the time. Year-end awards. I hope you guys have been doing your homework over the past couple weeks since we put these categories out there and not just wing it on the fly. But I got a feeling everybody's going to wing it on the fly, except for maybe Donald, who
Well, I'm
took the
definitely on the fly.
we know you're on the fly. You're always
He's
on
always
the
on
fly.
If you ain't on the fly, then it wasn't memorable. So
And you're
My
here for the moments, right? So let's kick
say
it
give-
off with good, Donald.
I said you gave out homework, so you know me and research.
Yeah.
Let's kick it
Who
off
had the
with
biggest
best
draw
entrance
per
of the year.
quarter.
Look at Nate taking over Pro's role with the dad joke of the year. We some fly guys. Nate the Great.
Hot in the
all right.
comments today.
First year-end award. What do we got? Best entrance?
We go with best entrance.
Again, our year-end awards are different from everybody else's because people aren't doing some of these categories. Obviously, we got the same, wrestler of the year, male, female, etc. But we got some others sprinkled in there. Best entrance of the year for me, Bad Bunny, Puerto Rico, hands
Same.
down.
That's what I had too.
Mm.
That crowd was hot. That whole show and SmackDown before.
The
But-
drone behind him in the entranceway, and then his music came on, and as soon as that first lyric dropped, the entire arena started singing that song. And
Do
they
you remember
raised,
when Gorilla Monsoon used to say the roof blew off of this place? The roof
Yeah.
fucking blew off of that place.
yeah, hands down, that was that's been penciled in since that moment happened, and nobody was going to outdo that.
I want to go Rock September 17th, but
Oh, this guy.
you
remember
want to
today.
the roof blew off a building. Give me since he deserves some notoriety. Give me Swerve because I feel like I know where Dawn's going.
Oh, you know where I'm going.
I feel like I know. Maybe not. Did your research.
You
I'll
know
go
where I'm
Swerve.
going.
Oh, you just got Swerve as the year-long best entrance. Every time he comes out for a match, it's just the best entrance, not a specific Swerve moment.
Oh, you want a specific entrance?
Well,
Right?
best-
We got a specific entrance.
I mean, see, here we go with the criteria. No, we'll let you rock with Swerve.
He did
Mine.
rock on the one day.
Holy cow, that one. It's terrible. Hey, Nate, that's a great way to wake up. You wake up, read a little daily affirmation, hit the Swerve dance, and you out there having a good day.
That is a good day.
That's how I'm starting 2024 every day. Just waking up.
Donald.
My entrance is the guns coming out the 50 Cent Mini Men.
Oh.
You talk about a whole arena singing the song.
You did your research because I forgot that was this year. It's been so long.
That's a really good choice.
That
Like
is.
I hate
Yeah.
the guns. I hate the guns. But their entrance with the 360 panoramic view, and then,
Mhm.
yeah,
And especially with the Mini Men. Yep.
The
That
Many
made them
Men-
feel like main event players in that.
nah. I rock with that. That's a good choice, though.
Yeah.
But Bad Bunny for me, I still get chills watching the clip. I have no idea what they're singing either, and I have no idea how to find that song on Spotify. But man,
You search Bad Bunny first, and then
Yeah, like 15 albums.
yeah, man, he got over 1 billion streams. Like, how am I gonna find that one song? I don't even know what it. I have no idea.
it's
what
got to be in
song
like the
is.
top 5 played.
But yeah, Many Men. That's a good call, Donald. I like that.
All right, next category. Best moment of the year.
Who wants to kick it off? Because I got one that you're probably not gonna rock with, but mine's a sentimental moment of the year.
I'll
So-
go. Mine was easy. It's the one that has kind of got me most excited this year in wrestling. TNA, we're fucking back. So I'm gonna go with that one. Getting excited for the relaunch. Really, nothing else in wrestling right now this year really had me as excited as that announcement.
Look at him, 6 to midnight, and all he needed was 3 letters. TNA. Look at
That's all I ever need.
that. Thank you, Taquan, my man, coming through in the comments with the song. Download that on Apple right now. I'm gonna go right to Apple Music.
Give me Sammy turning on the bloodline. That was pure sentiment right there.
Rumble.
Yeah, that's
Good
I'm
moment.
not mad at that.
I don't tweet much, but that got me to tweet. So
I hate to say it and I hate to do it, but
You're going with it. You're going with it.
Go ahead, Donald, say it.
don't.
the CM Punk show,
There
the
it
whole
is.
thing,
There it
the whole
is.
thing.
I ain't watching this company ever again. But
When that best in the world played out, oh, he was Michael Cole in his house.
No.
Taped up
No,
his
it's not
wrist.
because it was my moment, but it was. I mean, it was the moment of the year that everybody talked about. I really didn't care for it, but I just can't see how people still like somebody who's been irrelevant to me for like the past 8 years. But with him getting fired, having that spat with Jungle Boy, getting fired, then rehired by WWE, which I thought was never going to happen. That in wrestling itself, at the overall view, that's a moment.
I thought you put Jungle Boy backstage as the as the moment of the year.
But he came back though, so it null and void everything. So but yeah, but as a wrestling moment in this year, the whole Punk saga during the end of the year
And him
was a
showing up.
wrestling moment.
I mean, I can't be mad at it as a moment,
No,
right?
yeah.
I mean, it's something that's gonna be remembered forever, right?
Yeah.
Chris, same with you. TNA's back is gonna be remembered, forever. Jay, Sammy turning on Roman, a culmination of 2.5 years worth of storytelling out of Sammy's greatest run he's had in the business, was tremendous. I mean, there were just Sammy and the Bloodline alone. You could pick different moments. Like
Yes,
all
you
these
can.
were great, right?
Yeah.
I went off the beaten path. Mine, like I said, mine was sentimental. And mine goes to somebody that just re-signed with WWE. So mine, I gave you Bad Bunny as the best entrance from Backlash. My moment is Zelina Vega at that same show in Puerto Rico, her home country.
Okay.
The raw emotion that she had in the ring with the Puerto Rican flag opened up and just that crowd giving her just all the love in the world,
No.
and her trying not to break down in tears, but like you could tell it was there. Wrestling Rhea, which they had a really good match for the title. Yeah, I just that one, based on her history and everything that's happened with her, and I don't do that.
And Backlash is usually a forgettable show,
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
on the card, and that made it one of the best cards or one of the best events of the year. Shit, that event made me a Damian Priest fan.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, you
Take a
want to
step
talk about
back.
potential for match of the year? That Priest and Bad Bunny had a banger. Like,
And there's the quote of the week right there.
Taquan, man, he's
Damn.
yeah. So I got Zelina just
That's a good
in the
one.
ring, getting that adulation. Like it was Sasha and Bianca at Mania, where you could see them being overwhelmed by the moment, but trying to keep it together. But you knew it was a moment that, like, yo, you're witnessing something here. I felt the same thing there with her. Like, and like I said, it was off the beaten path. I wanted to do something a little bit different. And it stuck with me this entire year. So that's why I put it up there as my moment of the year, because
That's cool.
I still can vividly just see her in the middle of the ring with that flag opened up and them tears starting to form. Like, yeah. So shout out Zelina.
All right. Get into tag team of the year.
This isn't even a debate for me. Hands down, ESPN got their voting right. It's FTR.
I don't know how it can't be.
I don't think there's another tag team on the planet that had the year they had. And it's not the yes boys.
Oh yes, boy. As I stated
It's Golden
before,
Recap show on SmackDown.
even when they're hurt, they still kept you entertained. Still kept you entertained. They gave you all the backstage you needed, and when they in the ring, they do kick ass.
You're such a mark. This guy's such a mark.
Now they only got one title shot since they've been on the main roster, but that's okay. But still, they are the most
2024. Got a lot of time.
Love it. They are the tag team of the year for me.
This guy.
And it's not even close. It's not even close.
Jimmy and Jay.
Jimmy and Jay. Even though they lost at Mania and broke up.
They broke him in August.
No, but they was done quarter of the year. Once they lost the tag titles, that was it.
No, they're still tag.
It was a wrap.
They're still tag champs in Jay's mind.
Still, yeah. we're going from January 1st, right?
They are.
Yeah.
Well, they had something to build to the criteria. Jimmy and Jay.
Those 3 months were golden, right?
That's it. 3 months.
You act like they weren't tagging after Mania.
Okay, 4 months.
All of a sudden, you lose the belt. They broke up in August, man.
Okay,
August. That's 8 months of work.
Time off, you know.
FTR didn't get 8 months of work. They had 8 matches.
FTR had arguably match of the year. Singles or tag team.
Man, the stuff they were doing on Collision when that first started, those matches were excellent. All match of the year candidates right there on Collision.
Who you got, Chris?
I'm going with FTR for that reason.
You know, this category, I was debating whether or not to just leave it off this year, because this year was after last year being one of the hottest years for tag team wrestling, 2023 just took a nosedive.
Yeah.
Across the board in all promotions, I felt it was not where it needed to be. So it is what it is. Hopefully it turns around, because there's a lot of tag teams that I love in each promotion that has potential to be top-notch tag teams and really do something. But we'll see if 2024 changes for tag team wrestling, because they got to come on the uptick after this year.
That's what she said. So now we'll get into female wrestler of the year.
This isn't even a question for me. Hands down, it's Athena. I've been saying it for weeks on this show. I gave you my spoiler alert 3 months ago. It's Athena. Character-wise, in-ring-wise, carrying a promotion-wise, being a champ as long as she has been wise, and she doesn't get the credit because she's in ROH, which is ridiculous. But yeah, Athena, hands down. Not even close.
I'm going Rhea.
Of course.
I mean,
People bitch about Roman not defending the belt. Rhea, when's the last time she defended the belt?
but she's wrestling, so
Wrestling where?
and she's over as a character in this out of this world. I mean, does Athena have a case? Athena has a case, yes, but it's not seen. That's the problem.
I got no counter argument there.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm going with Rhea. But I mean, if I was watching, would I put Athena up there? Probably.
I mean, I'll wait to see. I'm gonna hold my comment until Donald or Chris go. But to me, this was like a 3-woman race, and other than that, it was a long shot odds wise.
I mean, I gotta go with what Jason said. That's exactly my criteria. It's like I don't watch Ring of Honor, so that's why I couldn't put Athena up there. But Rhea's star power continued to rise all year long. She might not have wrestled as much as I think any of us would have liked for her to wrestle this year, you know, for how hot she's been all year long. But she's the reason why people tune into Raw, I think, other than Donald's number 3.
Not two, not one.
So I mean, I would like to put Tony in there, but only because Timeless didn't start till August. Rhea was consistent all year at least.
But Tony had the belt before that too.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
So,
Who were the three you had up there?
Rhea, Tony, and Athena were my three.
Okay.
I can see that.
I was thinking Bianca, but it kind of fizzled out as a four.
Yeah.
Just the run she had in the beginning, but now they're doing another one.
Yeah.
Donald, who you got?
Be different from you guys. I got Io. She was tag champ at the beginning of the year. Started the little cracks with damage control with Bailey before Money in the Bank. As you know, she won Money in the Bank, teased it a little bit, and she finally cashed in during SummerSlam. And now she's on the move to being leader of damage control.
Not mad
Good
at
one.
that.
And I think she's had the most women matches in WWE for this year too.
Yeah, that's. What's crazy is that I didn't even think of Io until you said her name. But as soon as you said her name, then it was like,
Everything.
oh yeah, she had that.
Yeah. He laid
Puerto
that out.
Rico.
Yeah.
Donald did the research on that one for sure.
Right.
That was a good one.
I thought Donald would have went, with his NXT vibes and selected Tiffany Stratton.
He's on the come up.
Yeah.
Tiffany for obvious reasons, but he went Io, way out of his demographic.
That's a Chris pick.
Yeah, it's a Chris pick.
Oh, you don't know my number twos.
I wasn't surprised by it, Donald.
Hey, Taquan. All right. So we got some variety here. Not bad.
Ty's trying to get the quote of the week. All right. So we'll go male wrestler of the year.
Again, mine's easy. I gave my spoiler alert weeks ago. It's Ospreay.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there were I had Ospreay. Well, I'm not going to say who else I had because I want you guys to go around the horn, obviously. But for me, Ospreay hands down. Probably you could put 4, 5, 6 of his matches in for match of the year. There we go. I was waiting for it. So yeah, Ospreay for me.
Give me Gunther. He hasn't had a bad match, so I'll roll with Gunther.
For me, it was
He was on my list.
mine went Ospreay and Gunther. I'm going with Gunther as well. Both of them banger after banger after banger all year long. Gunther, right now, what he took over Honky Tonk Man's longest reign. Right now, he's less than 2 months away from getting overall combined longest title reign. So,
Where's that taking to Mania?
Probably till February.
And he's going to be out. He's going to be out on paternity leave. Congratulations, had his first kid.
Hey, after the year he's had, he deserves some time off to relax before the Rumble.
Nice. Mine's a little off, but Chris, you're gonna love me for it. My number 3 is my number 1. Dirty Dom Mysterio. Second most matches in WWE. Every single face he went up against, he made them look better. Triple H trusts his main event players with Dominic Mysterio. What's that telling you? That's Brooklyn Brawler status right there. He gives Triple H the head nod. He could go. Who did CM Punk first? Who did CM Punk first fight?
Dom
Mysterio. He made the NXT North American title relevant again. That meant the North American title haven't been relevant since Velveteen Dream. What does that tell you?
Whoa, you just canceled. You can't say that.
What is that telling you? He is part of the biggest
band
faction.
names. He's
Yeah, he's part of the second biggest faction in WWE, minus what the Bloodline did earlier. And he is the biggest heel, and he has the most heat in the biggest promotion in the world. There's only one person.
If we'd have had a superstar category, he would have been my number one. But
You compared him to the Brooklyn Brawler.
Triple H trusts him.
If I would have said that, I would have got shit on.
Gives him the nod. Who did CM Punk say yes to for his first match back?
sold out the doors
That's
today.
long-term storytelling. Did you not see the clip of Punk giving the promo on Dom when Dom was like 14? Like, Taquan and Dom on the same page. I'm surprised nobody had Ilya.
He was up there, just not there yet.
And Gunther, it was Ospreay and Gunther for sure. Gunther's calling for that Lesnar match at Mania. He's putting
Was
it out.
Ilya the male superstar for NXT of the year?
Yep.
So I mean that makes sense.
Jason
Somebody froze it up top.
Yeah, Jason froze up.
doing a line off his finger. Look at him. He's on that Braddock Wi-Fi. Got to drop out and come back in. Get the reboot, bro. All right.
He dropped out. All right, we can start off then whenever hopefully he comes back in. Last category, match of the year.
I got two more additionals after this that just popped into my head that we didn't send over. Match of the year, pool boy. There were the list was long.
And a lot of Ospreay.
I mean, him and Omega got number 1 and number 2 on ESPN's list, which it's crazy that in 2023 ESPN is ranking wrestling matches. They're giving out year-end awards.
They got AI now to help them.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
Good point, Dom.
For me, it came down to Ospreay and Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, or FTR versus Jay White and Juice Robinson in the hour-long collision match that went 58 minutes. That in a year that tag team wrestling, last year you had FTR and the Briscoes with their feud, and then the dog collar match. That match, there was not a down moment in that match for 58 minutes. And they did it on regular television. Yeah, that I'll bump that above Omega Ospreay just because it was on regular TV and not a pay-per-view. So give me FTR versus Jay White and Juice Robinson as my match of the year.
Yeah, mine was Ospreay Omega from Wrestle Kingdom. It's just like the build up to it was better than Forbidden Door 1. It just seemed like Kenny Omega belonged in New Japan, during that match. That's what me and Chris were even talking about when we were watching it together.
Yeah.
It's just like everything with that match fit. After I watched that match, which was at the beginning of the year, it's still my match of the year.
What Donald just said. I don't even need to elaborate any more than that.
Ospreay Omega.
Yeah.
So Jay, match of the year. I don't know what you heard, but Donald and Chris got Ospreay Omega from Wrestle Kingdom. I got FTR versus Juice Robinson and Jay White from Collision. Their hour-long banger.
Give me Charlotte Rhea, WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther Chad Gable one was on my list too.
Okay.
Go with Charlotte Rhea.
Yeah, you talked about that match for majority of the year. As being your standard. So look, this year, I felt like this year more than others, in all promotions, there were matches that were holy shit, match of the year. But again, Chris, to your point, it came in with Ospreay being the main catalyst in a lot of those matches.
That's why I didn't give Ospreay my male wrestler of the year, because I knew I was giving him my match of the year. You know?
You had Osprey and Omega in those two matches. You had Osprey and Speedball Mike Bailey. You had Osprey and Josh Alexander. Like I mean,
Orange
you know,
Cassidy.
Osprey and Orange Cassidy. Like he was ruling out 5-star matches all year long. Like that's why that's the reason why I had him as my male wrestler of the year, because of that high end quality performance that he put out throughout the year.
This had to have been his game plan for the year. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, he knew that his contract was up and he wanted his stock to rise as much as possible that it could in 2023. So whenever it came time to sign somewhere,
Yeah,
you know,
he showcased himself. Like
he really,
I put it all on me. I'm betting on myself.
you know, like I always talk about AJ, about how when he left TNA, did the Indies and, you know, showcased himself in New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Osprey just did even top that because he did it around the world this year.
All right, two quick ones for you that I didn't send over, but just kind of popped into my head. Breakout Star 2023 and Feud of the Year 2023. And I can go first if you want me to.
If you got it, go ahead.
Give you guys some time to think at the top of your head.
Mm.
I know.
Feud of the Year for me is Mello and Dragunov.
Okay.
They had a three-piece that took up majority of the year in NXT and was the catalyst for the title change. And all three of their matches were great. I don't like where they're at now with those two guys and the trick stuff and all that, but you know, erase that. Their year-long feud for me was the best in 2023.
I mean, it's a different style of feud, but it was built up to All In, and that's MJF Adam Cole. Everything that they did building up to All In over the summer, you know, that was, for me, could have been best storyline of the year.
So best feud and best storyline, you're intertwining those two categories together.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, you're a dumb mark. That's
Because it's still not. They're still not done. It's just like I think we're still going to have another MJF Adam Cole match out of this. So,
and that match was,
yeah.
Mine would be feud. It's more recent, but Swerve and Hangman.
Give me
that.
Punk versus the Elite.
there
I mean, just give me CM Punk.
it's for feuds.
CM Punk versus everybody.
Feuds.
Punk versus everybody.
CM Punk ... and it was that's feud of the year.
MJF, Jungle Boy, the Elite, and you're ending off with Seth.
Do we put Punk as breakout star because he returned to WWE this in November?
I mean, breakout star for me, this should be a unanimous vote, but it probably won't be. It's LA Knight.
If he would have debuted on the main roster this year, maybe. I'm not angry at it, but
no,
that is the right call.
Compared to 2022 and where he finished 2023, he's the #1 babyface in the biggest promotion in the world. That's a breakout star.
I mean, I guess for that I could put Osprey as breakout star of the year.
How?
Already
was this year.
How?
Roman
All
Reigns
his matches and everything. Yeah, I mean, just like he's been a name before, but you know, I think in a wrestling world, he's more of a household name now.
What's the criteria? We got to get this.
What's your criteria for LA Knight being?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like LA Knight, like where he's at now, I feel like LA Knight's been there already.
But he hasn't.
I know he hasn't, but it just feels like he's already been there. It's weird.
Where was he at in the beginning of 2023? Catering. Where's he at the end of 2023? Top babyface in the company. If that's not a breakout star, I don't know what the criteria would be for being a breakout star.
I was thinking, honestly, I was thinking like somebody that debuted, like that's new. That's what I was thinking for breakout. But
yeah, I'd put LA Knight up there.
I'll go Julia Hart.
That's a good one.
Toss up between Dom or Trick. Give me Trick.
Trick's a good one.
Trick's good.
Trick is a good one. Honestly, if you would have said Dom, I wouldn't have been angry either. I mean, just it started. It started at Survivor Series last year, but you know that was so little of 2022 that most of his stuff was this year. So
yeah, Dom for me would be like if we did heel of the year, it'd be Dom or Christian.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely
I go with Christian on that.
Babyface of the year, you know, probably you could have LA Knight, Cody.
MJF.
Exactly.
MJF would be babyface of the year. All right. Well, that's it. That's the wrap-up show for 2023. You guys got anything else you want to touch on in pro wrestling wise before we get out of here on year ends, world ends, whatever the case may be?
Wrestling as a whole this year.
Down
for you?
Yeah.
I know. I feel like you.
I'm in the middle because I think there was a lot of great wrestling matches, but the entertainment value just wasn't there this year.
I feel like you kind of came back on board the WWE this year.
Who's?
Chris.
Okay.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
I can show the appreciation for Gunther, but WWE like actual TV programming is just the shit.